What percentage do you think our daily essential supplies come through our ports?
About 80,
70%.
perhaps 60%.
Over 50%.
I would say 15%.
Right, actually, it's 95%.
It's not, is it?
And we have 10-day supplies and then we run out.
Gosh.
We have utter dependence on seafarers. Can you imagine you're away from home for 11 months and home 1 month? What sort of difficulties would you imagine you might be facing?
A tremendous strain on family life. I mean, I'm a social worker and just know how important it is for two parents to be there as much of the time as they can. Children are going to grow up quite estranged from that parent.
I should imagine you feel a bit like you're an outsider. You're going back to something that you don't know anything about, you know.
It's a long time, isn't it? It's a very long time. I don't know quite how you prepare yourself for that, other than just wrapping yourself up in the working environment that you're in on board ship.
You perhaps only have contact by mail or maybe the odd phone call, and you live your life separately. It's like almost like a stranger would come home and then they're off again.
Part of what I do in my own personal ministry is trying to get families back together, just sit down over a table once a week to have a meal, let alone only see each other once a year. It must have an incredible hard impact on the family.
So how would you feel if you were away from home for 9 to 12 months at a time?
No, that would be awful. You wouldn't have a family life, especially with the children. You can't keep on top of their development. You miss out on all the school plays, on seeing your children. No, that's terrible.
I'll probably miss them loads, and I know they would miss me, and you'd miss out on a lot of stuff that they were doing, so you wouldn't know them quite as well as I suppose I do mine.
A lot of homesickness, and I'd really miss my family.
Very lonely.
And of course the crews are now probably mixed nationalities. You may be the only Brit, the only Filipino on board.
That's right. And of course in some ways you might even be the only Christian. If you're away a long time without fellowship, it'd be very devastating.
So imagine if your mum or dad was away for 9 months, how you would feel.
I would really miss them. I'd be really upset and scared.
And what do you think the church could do to try and bring the love of Jesus to these people?
They could help them to communicate with their families using computers and mobile phones.
Giving better ways of communication to family and stuff.
Maybe if we got them things that they could use to video call and stuff with their family.
Typically the husband is then going to come home. There's a lot of readjustment that must have to go on. Relationship counselling and support would be really important.
What can we do to reach these people with Christ's love and to help them?
We could actually set up a Fresh Expressions of Church, or a meeting place where they can come and share what they feel and what they do, and just be there for them, really.
Meet them when they come off the ships and give them DVDs that they can watch in their cabin.
Because these days you can't even wander into ports, and there's all the health and safety concerns as well as the obvious security concerns. So the opportunity to be embedded, to be accredited to go and enter into that is obviously a big advantage for yourselves.
There are various Seamen's missions. I guess there are evangelists and ministers working within them, but churches should be financially supporting and practically supporting in the way of not just in literature but in gift aid.
In just different churches and stuff, have prayer groups that pray for the seafarers.
Through prayer and financially, which you can do on things like Sea Sunday and that, to get chaplains into the ports and have facilities for people when they come off the ship.
What does it mean to you being met by chaplains in port?
They are helping nice. They will bring some Bibles and they will give some good news also.
And in the Seafarers centres?
We can make a phone call and take some relax. We can use internet also. All guys are treating very nicely. All are man of character.
How long have you been away from home?
7 months on board. 2 months to go. I'm a family guy, so it would be very, very hard for us, but we have no choice. It's a nice feeling that somebody cares from the land. Some people really take their effort and time to visit us about our situation, and especially in the spiritual side. If there's no people who help us like the Seafarers centers, it would really be hard for us. It's the loneliness that drives us very stressful. So it's a big relief.
Do you find the chaplains helpful? What do they do for you?
It helps me to be happy because we stay on board only. We are bored, nothing to do, only you becoming crazy. If you go out, you can communicate to other people, then chatting internet. It helps to communicate my family. That's most important also.
free internet. I can go with my laptop, my personal computer. It's good. You can go there and forget about the ship for a few hours, you know.
Yeah, it's very important for the seamen to go offshore on a seaman center. The life on ship is not so good, so you need to go out to relax.
It's good that somebody is looking after us, like on Christmas Eve you are arranging some gifts and all for us, so it's better.
I mean, these guys are doing a pretty good job. They're working well. It helps you take your time off and do things you like the internet, which is not available on board.
Very few ports have this seaman center facility, and if we have the seaman center facility, we can go easily. Seafarers, we have less time, like suppose 6 to 8 hours. So in that time, if the shore is very far, we can go to seaman center. They are providing bus service, free bus service. They are providing cards, phone cards, internet. We can call our home. We can play games. So it is very good for all seafarers. Worst thing today is the piracy. Everybody is in fear. When we sail out from here to like India or anywhere from Suez Canal, everybody were in fear because they are attacking now every day a lot of ships, plenty of ships, but nobody is doing anything. Only we captured the pirates and we released. I was reading the news. 85% of the pirates, they are got released. They are not getting any punishment. This is the worst part of the shipping line today.
What sort of difference does it make having seafarers centres and port chaplains to you?
We feel very peace and comfortable. It is our home. We feel it very nice. The treatment also very nice.
You've been at sea for how many years?
Last 20 years.
How long do you hope to stay at sea?
Another more 4 or 5 years.
Do you find that the Seafarer Centre is helpful?
They are helping too much, providing all this. And I always pray for you that you always help others.